Hello my dear students, welcome again in my channel. Let's study with Madam Sir. Students, in our complete series of English grammar, today I am going to start a new topic, that is word power. Students, in word power today I am going to explain synonyms and I am going to give some examples of synonym. So what is synonym? Students, synonym is a word or phrase that means exactly or nearly the same as another word or phrase in the same language. So I have come with so many examples here, 20 examples of synonyms. So with the help of example, let it clear students that what is synonyms and how it works. So number one, student, there are two words, assent and consent. So student, both are synonym, but here there are some difference between them. And what is the difference? Where we have to use assent and where we have to use consent, we have to get it. So assent is used with agreement related to decision. Agreement that is related to decision. For example, the Chancellor has given his assent to this proposal. So here the Chancellor has given his assent to this proposal. It is related to the decision of Chancellor. That's why assent is used here. Now consent is used where? Agreement related to management. So student, for example, the Chancellor has given his consent to preside over the function. So to preside over the function, it is related to management. That's why here consent is used. So student, we get here that here assent and consent are similar word, they are synonym, but they are used in different situation. Assent is used with agreement related to decision, and consent is used to agreement related to management. Next one, student, addicted and devoted. Addicted and devoted both are synonyms, but there is a little bit difference here and where we have to use it. Student, addicted means habitual, but it is used in bad sense. And devoted means habitual, but it is used in good sense. So with the help of example, we will get it clear. He is addicted to drinking, addicted to smoking. So here addicted, drinking is what? A bad sense here. Drinking is not good, that's why it is written here he is addicted to drinking. And here devoted means habitual in good sense. For example, I am devoted to my studies. So here devoted is used in good sense, means my duties. So student, we have got that addicted and devoted are both synonyms, but addicted is used in bad sense and devoted is used in good sense. Now the next one, student, avenge and revenge. Now avenge and revenge means to punish evildoers. But what is the difference here, students? To avenge means to punish evildoers for others, and revenge to punish evildoers done to oneself, means for self. For example, with the help of example, make it clear. He will avenge the murderer. He will avenge the murder of his bosom friend. So bosom friend, for other he has taken the revenge. So that's why here avenge is used. Now next one, student, revenge means to punish evil doers done to oneself, for self one. So the robber took revenge on the officer who had arrested him. The officer arrested him, that's why the robber took revenge. So he took revenge for whom? For himself only. That's why revenge is used here. So student, we get here that avenge and revenge means to punish evildoers, but avenge is used for others and revenge is used for oneself. Now the next one, there are very important, this is battle, fight and war. We all know, student, that battle, fight and war both are synonym. But where battle is used, where fight is used and where war is used, it is very important to know. So first one, battle. Battle is used when it is between large organized armies. Large organized armies. Then it is battle. For example, three important battles were fought at Panipat. So at Panipat there were war, and there were war between large organized bodies, and that's why the word battle is used here. We can't write war and fight. Number 2, student, fight. Fight means between persons or parties, but without the aid of army. Means without any aid of army, between persons or parties, then it is fight. For example, the political parties often fight for nothing. So here fight is used because here there is no any use of army. That's why. Now number 3, student, war. What is the meaning of war here? War is used between nations with the help of large armies. War is used between nations, between two nations, and war battle is between in the country, means in the country, among large organized armies of any king. But war is between nations with the help of large armies. So that is the difference between battle and war. War between countries and battle in the countries. Now student, a third world war will destroy everything. So the third world war between whom? Between nation or among nations. So that's why here war is used. So student, we got here that what is the difference between battle, fight and war. Battle is used between large organized armies, war between nations, and fight between person or parties without the aid of army. Now the next one, student, number 5, begin and commence. Student, so begin and commence means to start. And what is where it is used? Begin is used in a non-official sense. For non-official sense, what we can use? Begin. For example, I will begin the work soon. It means I will start the work soon. Now commence is used for official sense. For example, the principal has notified that the examination shall commence on 15th of May 1962. So the examination shall commence. It means the examination shall start. So student, here it is an official use. That's why commence is used. Here we can't write start or begin. Now, so we get here that student, we get here that begin and commence are similar words, synonyms word. Begin is used non-official sense and commence is used for official sense. Now number 6, confer and bestow. Student, what is the meaning of confer here? Confer means to give and bestow means to give. So confer is used as an activity of authority. For example, the President of India confers titles on great man. The President of India confers means gives titles on great man. So it is an authority. The President has an authority. But bestow means here, student, to give as an act of charity. For example, many presents were bestowed on the flood victims. So here bestowed means here to give, but as a charity. So student, we get here that confer and bestow both are similar words, synonyms word, and both meaning are to give, but confer for authority and bestowed for charity. Now next one, number 7, confess. Now student, confess. Confess means to accept and admit means to accept. But what is the difference here between confess and admit, and where we have to use? Confess is used for the responsibility or guilt. To accept what? To accept responsibility or guilt. For example, the thief confessed his guilt at last. So the thief confessed what? His guilt. That's why confess is used here. Now admit means to accept as truth. For example, my previous decision, I admit means I accept, was not helpful. So here I accepted the truth that the previous decision was not helpful. So we get here, student, that confess and admit both are synonyms. Confess is used for accepting responsibility or guilt, and admit to accept truth. Now number 8, crime, voice and scene. Here, student, 3 words, and all the 3 words are synonym of each other. For example, crime. What is crime? Offense against law. Crime is what? Offense against law. For example, theft is a crime because theft is against law. Vice is what? Against moral law. Moral law means there is no punishment, but it is moral, but it is offense against moral law. For example, drinking is a vice. Now, sin is what? Offense against religion. For example, telling lies is a sin. So student, we get here that there is difference between crime, vice and sin. All the 3, the meaning is here offense, but crime is used against law. Crime is used against law. Vice is used against moral law, and sin is used against religion. Now number 9, custom or habit. What is the meaning of custom and habit? Students, custom and habit. Custom means general practice and habit means also general practice. But custom is general practice in society and habit is a particularly tendency or a practice in an individual. For example, student, old customs are not always bad. So here it indicate what? Indicate the general practice in the society, the whole practice in the society. That's why it is custom is used here. Now habit is for a particular person. That's why habit is the second nature of man. Habit is used a particular tendency of in an individual. Now next one, students, so we get here custom for society and habit for individual. Now next one, deficient and defective. Both are lacking in. So deficient means lacking in and defective means having fault. Both are synonyms. Student, he is deficient in manner. With the help of example, get it? He is deficient in manner. It means that he is lacking in manners. Number 2, defective means having fault. His language is very defective. His language is very defective means his language has lots of fault. So student, deficient and defective both are synonyms, but there are different use of both the words. Now next one, deny and refuse. Students, so what is the meaning of deny and refuse? Deny and refuse means to declare something as false or not to accept. So student, where we use deny? When we have to declare something as false. To declare something as false. For example, the thief denied all the charges against him. The thief denied all the charges against him. It means that he is not accepting. That's why denied is used here. Now refuse means not to accept. It means he refused to help me, he is not accepting to help me. That's why what we can write? Refuse. He refused to help me. Now the next one, student, discover and invent. Both are very important word, and there are so many use of discover and invent. So where we use discover and invent, student, discover is used to find something that existed before, and invent is used to produce something new. So for the help of example, make it clear. A new planet has been discovered. A new planet has been discovered. So here discovered is used. Why? Because the planet is already existed but it is not known by anyone. That's why discovered is used here. And invent, student, for a new thing. For example, many deadly weapons have been invented these days, because these weapons are not existed, but it is prepared. It is made. That's why here invent is used, because it is not existed, but it is prepared now. That's why here invent is used. So student, discover and invent both are synonyms. Now number 13, drawn and sink. Student, drawn and sink, we all know that what is the meaning of drawn and sink. When something fall in the water and it is not visible, then we can say that it is drawn or sink. So where drawn and sink is used? Drawn is used for living object and sink is used for living and lifeless object. For example, student, both for living and lifeless object. For example, the body has drawn in the river. So body is what? Living things, and that's why we can use here drawn. Now next one here, sink. Sink is used for both living and lifeless object both. So especially for lifeless object, that's why it is written here, the ship sank into the ocean. So sank is used here. Why? Because the ship is a lifeless object. So student, we have got here that drawn and sink both are synonyms, and drawn is used for living object and sink is used for both living and lifeless object. Now the next one is liberty and freedom. Now what is liberty and freedom, student? Liberty means absence of any check, any restrictions, and freedom means also absence of dependence, means there is no any dependence, independence. So student, with the help of example, make it clear. You are at liberty to do anything you like. So what is the meaning here? That there is absence of any check to do anything you like, means you can do anything. You are free to do anything. So here there is absence of any check. Now freedom means absence of dependence. For example, India has now achieved political freedom, means there is no any dependence for political thing on any country. India has now achieved political freedom. So student, freedom and liberty both are synonyms, and here we have to use in different sense. Now number 15, famous, notorious and notable. There are three important words. What is the meaning of famous, student? Having importance. Notorious, having importance. And notable is used in good sense and having importance only. So student, come on here. What is the meaning? Get it clear. Famous, having importance in good sense. For example, India is famous for fine silk. So India is famous. Famous is in good sense. Now notorious in bad sense. For example, he is notorious criminal. So he is famous but in bad sense. That's why notorious is used. Now notable in a good sense. Again, Mr. Nehru was a notable citizen. So a very famous citizen. So that's why here notable is used. So student, we get here that famous, notorious and notable are synonyms. Famous is used in good sense, notorious in bad sense, and notable in good sense again. Now the next word is here peaceable and peaceful. Peaceable and peaceful, student. Now where we use peaceable and where we use peaceful? Peaceable is used for attracted toward peace as opposed to war, and peaceful means a state of peace, means a very peaceful condition. So for the help of example, come on here. The world today requires man of peaceable nature. So here peaceable means what? That is attached to peace, means the nature that is attached to peace, the nature that is opposed of war, That's why here peaceable nature is right. We can't write peaceful nature. Now a peaceful means what? A state of peace. So what can be the example here? Everybody by nature likes a peaceful life. Which life? A peaceful life. So student, peaceable and peaceful both are synonym, but their use are different. Now number 17, practice and practice. Students, here there is difference between the spelling, here CE and here SE. So where we use practice means habit, repetition of an action, habit. Mathematics requires what? Practice means mathematics require repetition of the action, means repetition of the sum. Now practice here SE, practice, to do repeatedly, means a false preacher only preaches, he does not practice, means he does not use it. A false preacher only preaches, he does not practice, means he does not repeat it, only he is telling but he is not practicing it. So student, here practice means habit and practice means to do repeatedly. So be very careful while using these synonyms. Now number 18 student, shade and shadow. So what is the meaning of shade? A place sheltered from the sun. A place, shade means what? A place sheltered from the sun. For example, cows are resting in the shade of the tree. Shade of the tree. Why there is shade? Because there is no sun, because there are some roof, and that's why under the tree there is shade from the sun. Now shadow. Shadow means what? A dark figure projected by a body or anything. Shadow, that is what? A dark figure projected by a body or an object. For example, this shadow dance was very nice. This shadow dance was very nice. So here the shadow is what? The dark figure. So student, we get here shade and shadow, both are different meaning, but both are synonym also. So while using it, be very careful. Now number 19 student, stimulant and stimulus. What is the meaning of stimulant? Both are synonymous student. Stimulant means that which produces artificial energy for some time. Stimulant, artificial energy, and stimulus means that which arouses to activity. Now with the help of example, get it clear. Tea is a mild stimulant because we are get artificial energy by tea. So we can write here tea is a mild stimulant. Now stimulus student, that which arouses to activity. For example, promotion is a stimulus to efficiency. When we get promotion, then we become very active, we arouse to do activity. That's why the sentence is written, promotion is a stimulus to efficiency. So student, we get stimulant and stimulus, both are synonyms, but their meanings are different here, a little bit different. So while using it, be careful. Now the last one, 20. Number 20, vacant and empty. Both are very different, very important synonyms student. Vacant means not filled or occupied. Not filled or occupied. And empty means not containing anything. For example student, the house is vacant. It means the house is not filled and occupied. Means there is no one living in the house. So if there is no one living in the house, we can write the house is vacant. Now empty means not containing anything. So the picture is empty, not containing anything. There is nothing in the picture. So we can write here that the picture is empty, the jug is empty, the bottle is empty. But for the seats are vacant, the house is vacant. If the seats are not filled and it is not occupied by anyone, so we can use vacant. So student, we have got here that what is the difference in the synonyms. We have got 20 synonyms student, and both are similar one. Their meanings are similar, but there is a little bit difference. So it's very important to, while using the synonyms, we must be careful that where we have to use the proper synonyms. So thank you for watching the video, students. In the next video lecture, I will come with another word power topic. So keep watching my videos and like it, subscribe my channel and share it with your friends and relatives. Thank you once again.